Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. I'm just wrapping it up for today, and I think I'm going to call this engine dead. I'm going to read some of your opinions on it, but I think it's dead. Okay, what I've done to it is I've put my portable CDI box on it. I've put a pit pipe ignition on it. I swapped the carburetor out. I rebuilt the original carburetor on it. I did a cylinder leak back test, and it turns out the valves were okay. They appear to be okay. I did a dry compression test on it, and that's a dry compression test. You can see I'm getting about 60 psi, and that's really all it gets dry. If I do a wet compression test on it, I squirt some oil into the cylinder, I'll get about a little more than twice that. I'll get about 130, 140. So I'm thinking this engine just doesn't have quite enough compression to start, which I guess this will be the first time for me. That's why I'm scratching my head on it. What I did is I checked the timing. The timing's all good, right? We had the caps out, you remember from the video, and it turns out, cam lobes were down, valves were shut, and the timing made sense. The only thing I'm finding wrong with it is the compression is low, and I guess perhaps 60 psi is too low to start. I guess I'm attributing it to that. Probably what I'm going to do is, this thing is very much in the way, and I think the engine is like an exact swap. So I'm probably gonna smash this engine on there just to get this thing fired up. The tires it looks like I can probably put tubes in them. I'm really not, they'll hold there for, a half hour or so. I think I can smash tubes into the tires, so I'm going to have to order those. Actually, yeah, I got to see what the tires cost. The tires might be cheaper than tubes. Tubes are typically somewhere around $15 each, I think, for this size. The backs are 16, 8, 11s. I'm not sure what the fronts are. And the fronts are 14, 5, 7 by 6. The front ones are probably a little cheaper. It's probably going to be 60, 70 bucks worth of tubes by the time I get them to me. Just remember, this was that $100 off-road go-kart. I'm really surprised, though. I guess once again at 60 psi, that's just not enough compression to start. When I put my hand over this with the it doesn't belch out, but it doesn't pull all that strong. So maybe it's just doesn't have enough. It's just not enough vacuum, so to speak, to pull in. I guess I could also, probably rings for this thing are like $10. I can I'm looking at a half a dozen bolts. I'm not going to call this engine completely dead. I guess it's just not going to propel this thing around. From a physical point of view, it's rusty as heck. But from a mechanical point of view, as near as I could tell, I'm not seeing any cracks anywhere. I'm not seeing anything all bent up. So I'm thinking, even like with this cable, right? I got play in this cable that I can take up. The top one's broken, right? You can see the end's broken. So I can move this back and put another end on it. I might even be able to get away with bringing that cable back to life. So we'll see. I'd really like this engine to run, and the reason why, not that I'm emotionally attached to China engines, but the reason why I'd like it to run is it gives me reverse, and Homie really likes reverse. I have that other, instead of 110 cc's, I picked up back when I was working, that's a China engine, 125 cc with reverse. I think it's a 3-speed plus reverse. So that'll give me an extra, I don't know, 10% horsepower, not a lot. But I would like to get this thing fired up. Actually, what I'd really like to do is lengthen the whole thing by about 6 inches. And just looking at it, it doesn't look like it would be really monster hard to do. It looks like it'd be pesty, perhaps. But I guess one could cut it through there, and because you can plate it and all when you put it back together again, give it maybe an extra 6 inches on both sides on the old length. It'd probably screw up, all the cables and all that kind of stuff, right? It make this 6 inches longer, because if it were 6 inches to a foot longer, it'd really help. It would kind of mess up the center. I'm going to use the word height, so to speak, because your wheel's there and there. It'd be easier to hang up on the center directly onto the seat, but yeah, an extra 6 inches or a foot longer would make it easier to get in and out of for us old guys. So I think, once again, I'm going to call this engine dead for now, or wounded, or comatose. Yeah, this engine's in a coma. Let's go with coma, and probably what it needs is a set of rings to bring it back to breathing and thinking and doing everything it should be doing. So anyway, I hope this troubleshooting videos have helped, right? We gave it spark, we gave it carburation, we checked its timing, we checked the valve leak backs, we checked all that stuff, and it appears as if the rings are shot. Can't do anything about that except replace them. Folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Take care now, folks. Bye.